What's up guys, in today's video of Roblox Anime Defenders, we're going to go over the fastest way to get these wish crystals. So we're going to just go over, I'll put out the chapters in the description for you guys so that way you can follow. But let's go ahead and introduce what is Hall of Mirrors, guys. So Hall of Mirrors is a new game mode that is that came in update 3, right? So it's pretty much a game mode where you pretty much survive different waves, right? And you have to stay in a bare minimum of 30 minutes. So that's just kind of how that works, right? And there's different doors and such where you kind of have different types of enemies, different phases that you have to survive. And when playing this game mode, you get certain materials, and the most sought after material is the wish crystal, which will allow you access to the exclusive wish banner, which is here, which is very good because, I mean, like, look at these units. Shadow Dragon is amazing, OP, hybrid, full AoE, and these units, all of them have some sort of buffing or debuff, right? So it pretty much, they're kind of all supports, right? Which is pretty cool. But the not so cool part about it is like getting these wish crystals. So enough yapping, let's go ahead and talk about the lower level approach, right? So we're gonna go over a lower level approach and we're gonna go a higher level approach, right? And both of these can go hand in hand, but let's go over the lower level approach first. With the lower level approach, you want to try to have something valuable, have gems, grind a lot of gems, right? And I'll explain what I mean by that, right? So the lower level approach is through trading, right? So if you're lucky enough in the game, you can obviously trade for wish crystals, which could be based on the amount of gems you have and like your actual grind to get these gems. It could be easier for you to actually trade for these because you can get wish crystals for about 25 to 30k. Depending on what you have, you might be able to get a better deal, but that's what I would say for the lower levels. So if you're lower level, right, you can get gems by simply AFKing, which I don't know if I'd recommend that. I would recommend going to infinite mode or doing the tower, right, which technically you will have to level up quite a bit, but you can get a good amount of gems by, you know, simply progressing through the game. And with both of these approaches, I'd highly recommend using alt farms, right? So like using multiple accounts, and this will help quite a bit, right? And I'm gonna post something at the end of the video that will help you guys set everything up. Doing infinite mode can get you a good amount of gems. I don't know exactly how much it is, but let's just say you get 100 gems every 30 minutes, which is pretty bad, right? It's pretty bad, but that's 200 gems an hour. And if you have if you have 10 accounts, right, and you do that an hour, that's 2,000 gems an hour. If you do that over 24 hours, that's 48k, right? So that's a wish crystal and a half a day, which is pretty bad. But you gotta remember, doing all this, I mean, you're lower level right now, right? And depending on what units you get, you could use some of those gems and kind of trade other things and kind of trade yourself up and try to flip different units. You could do that, right? But the whole point of this is, like, you do have some wiggle room when you're lower level to get these wish crystals, but it's really not very great. Now if you have some Robux, obviously that'll help, but we're trying to avoid spending Robux because no one's trying to spend Robux on this game like that. No one's trying to do that. You're supposed to avoid pay to win because it just makes the game much more satisfying, right? Now that's kind of the lower level approach. Now once you guys are getting leveled up, we can start talking about the higher level approach, right? And this is going to be a heavy emphasis on alt farming. So with the higher level approach, I'm sitting here doing absolutely nothing for my teammate here, but higher level approach is going to be pretty much using multiple accounts in the Hall of Mirrors, right? So the reason why this is a high level approach is because you got to be already high level in order to do this, and I'm pretty sure it's level 20 to do Hall of Mirrors, right? But you got to get to nightmare mode, and you got to have a pretty decent team in order to get to nightmare mode, right? Which I'll go over some of the better units and some tips around that part 2. But like, the point is, in order for you to effectively get the most, I think you might be able to get more this way, but trading might be better depending on, you know, I'll explain that in a second, right? But if you're high level, right, I'm not high level, I mean, I'm mid right now, but I do have multiple accounts. So for me, I can get to nightmare mode and I can grind over and over again with multiple accounts. Now this, depending on your luck, may be the best for you, because imagine you get like 1 wish crystal per round, right? You get 2 an hour. It's not terrible. if you have all those accounts. Now, I think that's pretty bad odds. I don't know how that would be, but I mean, 1 to 2 an hour, I mean, it's not great, but it is something, right? And you might be able to get more, like I said, if you're a higher level and you start trying to do the lower level approach, because if you're higher level, you should be able to grind more gems more effectively and get things done quicker, right? Using the same methods that the lower levels use to actually grind their gems, right? So depending on how you like to do it and how much, I mean, charisma you have, because if you're trading, you might have to look, kind of scam people, I'm not gonna lie, to have this work. But like, all I'm trying to say is witch crystals are pretty hard to get as it is. Now these little tips can help you guys kind of streamline that process. Lower level, like, honestly, there's not much you can do. You're just gonna have to grind, and I would honestly recommend not even focusing on the banner too much, because like I said in my previous video, it's not a limited banner as we know so far, so you don't have to worry about it too much, right? Like, it'll be there for you. I would recommend just playing the game, doing the raids, trying to grind a lot of gems. Now if you can get these wish crystals and you are getting to that point and you want to actually commit to doing this, then try to take the higher level approach, which is, like I said, using multiple accounts in the hollow mirrors, which is going to take a lot of grinding. Now I'm gonna be honest, I literally try to solo hollow mirror sometimes. I'm still learning it and I still get clapped, right? Like, it's really frustrating sometimes. You really got to pay attention and know exactly what you're doing. So now what's gonna help with all of this is having the best units for hollow mirrors, right? Which in this game mode, the most annoying thing is the fact that you got these freaking air units out of nowhere at the very end when you're already strapped on cash that come flying in, and every single door, look, you're looking at like 8 to 10 doors, right? And if you don't have hybrids, right, if you don't have a hybrids already placed, you're gonna get smoked because you don't have enough cash in order to take all those guys out, because they come out at the same time and they pretty much get to the base at the same time, right? Which is tough. So the whole point is you want to have units like Ice Dragon here, you want to have units like Curse King, you want to have Gojo, which I'm not even talking about Gojo because that's a secret, and you guys probably wouldn't be looking at this video right now if you had a secret, right? Which you could be, right? You could be, but you want to use hybrid units in this game mode because they're just better. They're a lot better and they'll help you save money, right? Which, I mean, that's what I would recommend amongst the units. But overall, lower level approach, you want to try to grind gems and try to trade your way to getting these wish crystals, and hopefully you have the luck to get the thing that you want. High level approach, you can use alt farming to really master at getting all these wish crystals, and even you can even use that to do the trading approach too more efficiently as well. Now what I was gonna recommend, I'm gonna show you guys, this is I'll put it on the screen. The actual software that you want to get is called Roblox Account Manager. Now this is a software that you can use if you want to use it, you can, but it pretty much allows you to use multiple accounts. You pretty much log in, right, to all your accounts, and then you're able to just join all the accounts at once just through the app, right? Which is really nice to run all the accounts at once. Your computer has to be pretty decent in order to run like 10 accounts, but I mean, it shouldn't be too bad. Just turn your graphics down. But that software is pretty good so far. I'd recommend that one. There's other ones out there, but at the end of the day, use whatever is best for you. If you want to do it, you can. If you have multiple computers, phones, different devices, you can do that too. But whatever floats your boat, guys. Now the final thing is praying to rnJesus. This will help your odds overall. But like, I'm gonna be honest, guys, wish crystals are like hard to come by. You guys got to do everything you can. You gotta, like, it's tough out here. Like, oh my gosh, you gotta have the best luck in the world to get what you want. Even if you get all the wish crystals, like the wish crystals are already super hard to get, and then you gotta rely on getting like something from the banner, which is another set of luck, right? Like, I would do all these steps. Let me know if you guys have any other recommendations or any steps for you guys. But like I said, the lower level approach is cool, the higher level approach is even better, right? But you can combine the two if you are high level and pretty much make things easier for yourself. Let me know if I missed anything in the video. Hey, if you guys enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like and sub, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.